Hey, what's going on, guys? Today for your stimulus package and your second stimulus check update, like we do here every Sunday, I'd like you to hear directly from the lawmakers, the people who are actually working on the next stimulus package and your second stimulus check. Today, I want you to hear directly from the White House, Chief Economic Advisor, Larry Kudlow. And before we get started, guys, do me a favor, thumbs up this video so you can help more people watch it and also help us out. Thanks.
Let's start right in. The federal government program for unemployed Americans gives them an extra $600 a week in benefits, but it's slated to run out in 6 weeks. And now, obviously, the health effects and economic effects are going to last longer than that. Should American families that are receiving these extra $600 checks right now expect that money to stop in August?
Well, unemployment benefits will not stop in August. What may well stop, and this reform is necessary. I mean, almost all businesses, frankly, on both sides of the aisle, or mostly both sides of the aisle, understand that the $600 plus up, that's above the state unemployment benefits that they will continue to receive, is in effect a disincentive. I mean, we're paying people not to work. It's better than their salaries would get. And that might have worked for the first couple of months. It'll end in late July. I think that returning to employment, we are, in the administration, the president is looking at a reform measure that will still provide some kind of bonus for returning to work, but it will not be as large, and it will create an incentive to work. You know, that goes along with the other incentives we've generated, the tax rebates, and most particularly, Jake, the PPP, the Payroll Protection Program, which I think was a huge success, $500 billion of forgivable loans. And that's what the May job report showed. 3 million people, surprised everybody. So we want people to go back to work. Temporary layoffs and furloughs can go back to work. That was in the job figures. Unemployment insurance, the weekly numbers, Jake, falling 10 consecutive weeks. So I think we are on our way. We are reopening, and businesses are coming back, and therefore the jobs are coming back, and we don't want to interfere with that process.
I understand that there might be some Americans who see the $600 extra a week as a disincentive, but I have a tough time really believing that people don't want to go back to work. They would rather stay at home because I just think the American people, that's just, maybe that's some, but for a majority of the American people, I think they want to go back to work, but a lot of them, those jobs aren't coming back.
Well, look, I think that's a fair point. I personally agree with you. I think people want to go back to work, and I think they welcome the reopening of the economy, and I think they're anxious to get out and about. However, at the margin, incentives do matter. And so we've heard from business after business, industry after industry, and there's already some evidence that this effect is taking place. Now, mind you, let me repeat, we are not going to remove unemployment benefits. That will still continue. And there will be some return to work benefit. It won't be quite as substantial. This is a turning point in the economy. Besides the great jobs numbers, you've had a lot of positive green shoot indicators, Jake, and we don't want to interrupt that.
Hey, fun fact, guys. We bring you the stimulus package news updates every day in 5 minutes or less. We don't make you sit around and watch a 10-15 minute video just to get a 30-second update, guys. So please subscribe so don't miss any of our next videos, guys. Thanks.
You're talking about an incredible amount of stimulus from the government, from the Federal Reserve, upwards of $8 to $10 trillion. Are you working on a phase 4 stimulus right now, Larry? And what should it include? We talked to Peter Navarro on Friday on Wall Street over on Fox Business, and he said the president's thinking about a $2 trillion package, but it has to include bringing manufacturing back to the United States. What are the must-haves in the next stimulus package to keep this economy going and growing?
Well, now, the president himself has talked about a number of ideas. We haven't buttoned down every decision yet. Not likely to. The formal negotiations probably after the July 4th recess. And we'll have several more weeks, Maria, to assess the impact of the rescue package, the $3 trillion, and the impact on the economy, which looks to be better. Now, President has talked about a payroll tax holiday for the workforce. That will provide a terrific incentive for them to go back to work. I think it's a great idea. He's talked about capital gains. He has indeed talked about, as my colleague Navarro has said, let's try to help bring American companies back home from China, which has been an unreliable place. We can use tax incentives and other ways and means to help them come home. We want to help the tourist industry. We want to help restaurants, entertainment, sports with tax deductions or tax credits. We're probably going to be able to help business to cash out net operating losses. We're probably going to continue some form of assistance of unemployment. It will still reward people to go back to work, and will go on till the end of the year. So I think there's a whole panoply. I want to move from the rescue phase to the economic growth incentive phase.
There you have it, guys. Like we've been reporting, the 600 weekly unemployment that you're currently receiving right now under the current stimulus package, from everything that we heard, this will not make it to the next stimulus package as a $600. Instead, it will be cut in half to $300 on the next stimulus package. And also, as far as the going back to work incentive that he was referring to, what we have heard is that the $450 proposal going back to work bonus will likely make it to the next stimulus package. This is a $450 weekly bonus if you choose to go back to work. That's on top of whatever you're making right now. And this was your quick stimulus update for today, guys. Like we've been saying, they won't do anything until after the July 4th recess, which put us about the 3rd week of July. But in the meantime, if anything else comes up, we'll bring it to you as quickly as we can. As always, thank you again for watching. If this is your first time here, my name is Paul with Sunset Realty, and I'd love to have you as a subscriber. So please subscribe so you don't miss any of our next videos. I'll see you in the next update. Thanks.